What up, guys? We're back playing some Madden. What up, guys? We're back playing some Madden. And before we get into this game, you know how we do it. So, we're not promoting anything, guys. We're just having a good old time. So, grab your shit and smoke along with me, y'all, but stay hydrated too. So we got this cart. Let's go to the moon. So we got 1, 2, and we're gonna use the third one. 3. I have my Volkswagen. So we're gonna do this one. Let's go. Oh, and guys, I'm gonna leave down my Instagram so you guys can add me. Okay, guys, who should we play against? Eagles. I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick a random team. Let's play the Vikings. It's gonna be Super Bowl.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next. When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's Ultimate Game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on, well, another team from the NFC. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Fighting his way through contact. He's still on his feet.
So close.
Able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there. He keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, and guys, these are the rules. Okay?
He could have thrown on that snap.
We can take the hit for the touchdown,
but the containment close to
or we can double it
backdoor escape, and they pay dearly
and take a huge rip for the 2-point conversion. I will let you guys decide.
Territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Throwing. Prescott rolling to his left. Escapes the defender. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grab.
Oh, that was jumping into the
man covers are so committed to
and
that it pulled attention away
that's
from
fine.
him. And he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
So Dak,
we're gonna double or nothing, guys.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And what a way to handle the opening touchdown drive. You go.
Okay, when we double it, it's a bomb rip. And when we don't double it, it's just a regular cart battery hit. Which one should we double it or not double it? Guess we'll go with the spaceman. With the spaceman. Ooh. 3, 2. Let's go. Let's go.
Remember when the PAT or the extra points were right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore. So more people want to
and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4, second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Off of play action, Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Second and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Pass complete to Naylor, right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. Taken down at the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's Jones again on second down.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the
penalty is declined. And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I was. Definitely was. But as you noted, he's looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
To throw is Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chauncey Golston drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up.
That's what we want.
And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on third down.
Oh, they missed.
Just a little bit.
How'd they miss that?
What you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. He's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game.
Sorry, bro.
Will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Sorry, bro.
Prescott now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And now some space to operate. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Good guys' day in Minnesota.
First down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback.
Vikings are not having
in one half of football.
A good game.
Space in the second half. The NFL record for single game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys
should we double it or go for a field goal? Guess we're going to double it.
This drive we saw 10 matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No! Davis from the top row. I like it. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns.
Okay.
After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No,
I'm going to double it just a minute, guys.
Because remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to come back. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Actually, I'm not going to do I don't bong rip. We're going to do it the right way.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
We're going to do it the right way, but it's going to be a big hit. Let's go.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings taking the field
Next one will be a
second drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the loss of 8.
The first quarter too early to start.
It feels a lot
They're down 2 touchdowns
on harsh when you're just taking off of the cart.
Go right on offense, and they needed to happen soon.
It feels a lot smoother when you take it off of the bomb. Because you're probably it's in water, so.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And way up past
it's water, that's probably why.
He's taken down. That one good for
Jordy doesn't smoke on the red into the
on 1st and 10.
edibles.
A play fake. It's Darnold. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. Look at the big man run. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's fine.
T.J. Hockenson, 63 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Point splits the uprights. That trims the lead down to 9.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit.
Yeah, let's see what I can do here, guys.
Send this one away.
Let's see what I can do.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the
That's
40.
good.
The Cowboys about set to take over.
It's not bad. It's not in precision. Watch.
Hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. On the move to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return
Here's what you said. Man, then we'll take that ball grip.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and
Don't take it now. We'll take it the next one.
they'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for
Or if we intercept
and it's 2nd down.
the ball, that'll be a bomb grip.
First down, but not all of them will.
Or interception and fumbles or bomb grips. And doubling it
You're on 2nd down.
is a bomb grip.
26, 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Darnold. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Steps away to him. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Devontae Turpin for the Cowboys. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and
That's fine.
about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So, Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the 1st quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, now you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the 1st quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Prescott rolling to his left. And he is in the zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 12.
I didn't feel like doubling it.
We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. The Cowboys out in front early. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Here's Darnold. And the Cowboys pressure.
Yeah.
It's time for the sack.
Sack to this.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Now here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Yes.
Fielded at about the 28. Runs over him.
Oh.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Steps away. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott on the move to his left.
Oh, shit.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the 1st half of this Super Bowl.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because The guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help them close it out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll pick up a 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return. Down by the Cowboys.
If we get the 2-point conversion, we'll
and
take
what
it.
we just saw, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And boy, things switch.
Okay, guys. Give me a minute. Oh man, it hurts. What up, guys? Okay, guys, we're back. Oh, yeah, take that bone group. We haven't used this one all. We haven't used this one all night, so we're going to use this one. So we haven't used this one on that, but you can't just smoke. But you can. Oh my god. So watch me press the button. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Also, a two-point try on top successful. That builds the momentum call. A fumble return, taking the other way for a touchdown.
It's not even now.
You know something? Let's do it. Go for two now while their heads are down. And he's going to be pulled there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to get on offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Brandon, what's this like that? There's so many options left for him to take. Only first down, so he smartly got the yardage. And he's not trying to turn it into a bigger play.
And then taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want
Wasn't a huge one, but you get that.
On the field, guys who have all skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them.
Thanks for joining in, guys. You know, like, subscribe on the bells, upload, turn notifications,
Here's Prescott, buying time to his left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Prescott. It'll buy some time right.
Oh.
That will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I couldn't do it.
It's in there all on his own, but it's second down. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super.
That's a 100% things.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. To throw is Prescott, rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Steps away. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got...
They're still at the top long grip, but
to bring extra people,
not now.
Pressure. Maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out comes Minnesota. They've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it first and goal here from the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half.
Dak Prescott
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to widen the lead here in this first half.
And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted
waters.
Dude, you guys, we can do it.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns today, does he build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple
trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you, he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
It's not even halftime yet, guys. It's not even halftime. I'm kicking like 61-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. So Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Darnold from the gun. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down up to the 47-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. Darnold now to throw, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the Vikings will use the second of this timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second down and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Addison holds it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down. Give him 10 yards there. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this
play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Yeah. Throwing, Prescott on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Another touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Out to his left.
Piece of shit.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. A final shot before the break. Darnold. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do.
And Darnold, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try.
Guys, leave down in the chat who your favorite football team is. If you can't already tell.
And they will take over first.
Can't already tell who mine is. And you're blind.
Prescott now, rolling to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Here's Prescott. Steps away. 20. Down the left sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better than what's happened to them here in this one. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball.
This is a sad score.
But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And he returns this to the 22. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
Want to just give up, Vikings? What you want to give up?
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Darnold. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Up the middle, Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He trucks over him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Leave it down in the chat what you think the final score is going to be, or the comments.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Prescott, out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott.
I'm just that good.
Touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Though he stays up, forced out to his left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
That's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set for the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Darnold. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, Darnold loses it. It's picked up by the
There's a bad flag on the play.
At their own 48-yard line. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball in the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. Open man, it's Naylor. He's got it. And they'll get 15 of 7. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Come on.
We're almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Keeps himself upright. And he slides and covers.
Stay tuned for later on today. We'll be playing some Resident Evil 9.
They're on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards.
Okay, let's go finish the game.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
He was crying.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.
Boom.
They did not want to slow down.
Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
Commissioner Goodell doing the honors as he hands the Lombardi Trophy to America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. They are your Super Bowl.
Okay guys, this is where we're going to be stopping. So later on we'll be playing Resident Evil 9.